Let's see. Yeah, there is no one yet. It is supposed to be stretching and pain relief live, though my gym is closed for break, so I'll be able to go there. It's right next doors. I'll be able to go there in an hour. Yeah. Okay, let's see who's gonna come and watch. Hi there, the two viewers. So regarding stretching and pain relief, I'm definitely gonna try to talk about this topic, but practically showing you certain tips. I'll just gonna be able to do that in an hour when my gym's gonna open. My gym's gonna open for after the break. So yeah, that's. Feel free to ask questions in the meantime. Please share how are you dealing with the muscle pain, with general fatigue as a result of training. Let's talk about this. So just in general, it is a problem for everyone. It doesn't matter whether you're training or not training. Your body is gonna feel this. Your body's gonna feel sore. If we're talking about trigger spots, such as trigger areas in our bodies, it is no matter if you are an athlete or just a person who never trained in their life and they're just stuck in a certain posture and like they're just working in a certain posture and their body is getting certain shape. We're all getting triggered. It's just inevitable. So the only way how we can deal with it is we can use certain practices and certain tools to help to help to relieve the pain. Well, I see there are some people watching, and as I said, if you have questions about it regarding stretching and pain relief, or just generally want to engage in the conversation, just feel free. I think my chat filter says it's all messages, so it's supposed to be visible. Please leave a message in the chat so I can see that it's working. And also stay hydrated. Today it's quite silent. It shows me 25 people watching at this moment. Say hi. Anyways, doesn't the sound work at all? I mean, my microphone is supposed to be on, so please let me know that. Okay. Hi, Tao. Hi, how are you doing? Are you training? Are you training? Do you have some pain in your body? Are you doing stretching? What do you do? But anyways, since you're watching, I'm just gonna keep talking general about it. I suppose it's Vietnamese. You have to say in English, sorry. I didn't manage to learn yet. Hello, Nishant? Okay. Well, yes, regarding pain relief and stretching, as I said, like first hour, I'm just gonna talk about it and ask questions if you want to know more about it. And then I'm gonna move to the gym where I can show you some practical movements and practical stretches and myofascial release, how to help your pain to be relieved after training. So if you're training, in that case, your body actually tends to get triggered in different areas. If you do resistance training, your muscle fibers tend to grow, and your organism creates new muscle fibers. And the negative side of it, that they can get clogged. And the myofibrils that are like little sections of the long muscle fibers, so it's like sections that are promoting the contraction of the muscles. Some of them don't fully relax after contracting, creating those trigger spots and clogs that can be released only if you put the pressure on it, rather with a massage, professional massage, or there is the ways how to do it yourself through myofascial release and using certain massage bowls and foam roller, etc. How can I increase weight? What do you mean increase weight? Lift more weight or increase your own weight? Gain weight, meaning. Hi, bro. What's up? What's up? All good, bro. But yeah, anyways, even though I want to talk more about stretching and pain relief, feel free to ask questions about different things, especially if it's related to training, to sleep, diet, boxing, sprinting, stuff like that. You know what I mean? I love you. You know, I'm thinking. I'm just gonna check something. But anyways, a lot of people tend to feel sore in a certain similar and common areas in the body. Usually it's the lower back, very common. Very common it is the neck and like the skull area. It can cause even some migraines and headaches. And that is just, due to our inevitable activity. Like we have to move, we have to walk, we have to do some movement. And it's also caused by outside stress. It's often promoted by outside stress, especially this area, like your posture, really showing what is, where you are in life at the moment. Hi. What's your name? My name is Diana. I'm a personal trainer. This is my YouTube where it's more of my diaries, my trainings that I do. There is some, you can find some sprinting there and some boxing. Boxing especially lately. So yeah, I'm trying to talk about health and stuff here. This is for you. But yeah, anyways, feel free to ask some practical questions. Yes, I said sprinting. I started it from scratch, completely from zero, because I just wanted to set a certain goal for myself. And at the meantime, I decided to start YouTube. I was encouraged also by my husband to start the YouTube, just to show the process, how I experience that on myself firsthand. But I also tried to use an updated information, protocols that help to develop it. And just sprinting is in general good. I never said that I would compete or anything like that. It was just more my set goal was and still is to run 100 meters in sub 12 seconds. And this is how I started the channel. But then I've been I've been an amateur boxer in the Georgia national team years ago, and I actually have a better boxing background than sprinting. And I started training more and more of it and teaching people because I'm a trainer. I've been coaching people for many years, and yeah, now I'm training. My focus is more on boxing again, on the footwork and stuff. But sprinting and boxing are complementary to each other. Sprinting is complementing boxing, and it can be the part of the physical preparation for boxing. So here I don't have ability to do proper sprinting anymore, unfortunately. But when I'm back to Georgia in the end of September, I'm going to be able to do it more. Okay, they're quite nice. You're married? Yes, I'm married. I'm actually a head coach for a high school in Texas. Hey, hi Texas. That's awesome. Well, tell us more about it. Tell us more about your experience. How is the coaching going? Your hair and eyes are beautiful. Thank you. Are you in the Philippines? No, I'm in the Vietnam. Sub 12 is a very good goal. Yes, I think it's higher than average for sure. It's not competitive exactly unless it's just a training time. But it is very good if you can sprint sub 12 seconds as a woman for 100 meters. You're in a good athletical shape. So yeah, I've been training some additional strength training for it, specific drills for not only strength but like explosive training, like drop jumps, box jumps, like specific sprint drills. Mostly I like to do A skips, B skips, scissor skips, bounding. Bounding was a hard one, but once you learn it, it really builds the pattern. And yeah, I'm the shorter frame, so I am my stride frequency is high. I have a lot of tiny steps. So I worked a little bit to have to increase my stride lengths a little bit. But it also comes through the power. You don't do it artificially. You actually just, when you become more powerful, it just kind of throws you more forward, and that's how it happens. And I don't know where I'm at now, because last time I did sprint training was, I think, 3 weeks ago. And I did on the asphalt. That was a good area, but I didn't happen to be there anymore since then. And it's just it's inconvenient right now. So I just decided to keep training boxing. I'm still keeping my explosive patterns in check, trying to do some drop jumps, like stuff like that, like some band work, some just to try to maintain it. And then back in Georgia, I'll see where I'm at and gonna continue from there. How much money can you make per client? Well, it depends what prices you set. My price range is, I think it's normal because I'm from Georgia and my idea was to make an available price, but also a good pricing for myself living in Georgia and especially now living in Southeast Asia because I work online. That's most of my clients are from US and Europe, and I train them like a long term. They're not athletes, they're just beginners, and they're just training for their health goals. And it's 35 per hour, but by the end of this year I might increase the price. Is it safe to to do boxing when you're wearing braces? The only safety concerns you should have is when you're sparring and when you do hard sparring, but then you're wearing the mouth guard, so it's okay. I haven't done sparring yet. I simply cannot find a sparring partner here. I mean, on the classes and just individually like do some light sparrings, yes, but not like a proper sparring. So I also gonna have to get back into it when I'm back to Georgia, where there is a competition at this moment. But the gym owner that I'm training at now, he's a professional fighter. He's competitive and he has braces as well, and he doesn't have a problem. Sprinting is awesome to coach. I love it. Emmanuel, yeah, that's great. I'm coach myself. I love coaching. It's great, and especially if you're specifically good at what you're doing, the certain direction of the sports, athletics, and physical preparation. Yeah, it just feels great, I've been coaching for 17 years. I've been coaching for 7 years. You're way ahead of me. So shout out to you. As an experienced coach, feel free to give us some pointers, share your experience, and tell us some stories, Okay, I'm just gonna remove people who don't make sense. The fastest girl I've coached is 12.3, 17 years old. She has a potential, right? Because speed is, you have to mature it, you know what I mean? Like, she's young and she's already that fast. That's probably future nationals and stuff. What's her name? If it's not a secret, of course. Saludos bonita. I don't know what it means. I know bonita, but nothing else. I'm big on explosive movements, lots of plyometrics. Yeah, exactly. When I started sprinting, I have a sprinter friend. We started training together, but then also via YouTube, I made a friend who started giving me some pointers and helping me with a lot of science-based protocols and plyometrics and explosivity movement, like, building the power and speed, and then building the speed endurance, all like the approach, starting from the short to long, like meaning starting from the shorter distances to build the technique, build the pattern, and then gradually evolve and get more to the speed endurance. I guess there may be slightly ways, like different ways how to do it, and I don't like saying what is better, what is worse, or what is right, what is wrong. I think the controlled research and studies are the best to show the truth. But yeah, this is what I've been using. I started from short, and that also worked with my personality. I never liked the running, you know what I mean? So sprinting, just start doing like a flying sprints, like 3-point starts, 4-point starts, just on the shorter distances, like even sub 60, like 10, 20, 30 meters. Obviously, sometimes you do 60, 100, but that's the range you work on. And I never moved up to the like endurance, like a speed endurance yet. We'll see. That is the part that scares me a little bit. Do you know Merab Dvalishvili or Ilia Topuria? Yes, I know them. I mean, not personally, though. I know one of the people of Merab's team, who is Georgian, and he's known for helping a lot of Georgians. He's surrounded himself with the loyal people, and he's really genuinely a great guy. So we have a common friend. So yeah, that's still because Georgia is a very small country. It's when I've been training in boxing, I also made a lot of friends and basically just got to know people in MMA, wrestling, BJJ, kickboxing, boxing obviously. And sometimes we were just inviting each other to each other's gyms and just training together on different stuff as more as fun. And yeah, I mean, back in then, years ago, that was just when I think when Merab was new in US, and that's when he was starting. And Ilia Topuria, yeah, he's one of the best MMA fighters now in UFC. How much space do you have in M2? I'm not sure what to respond to that question. Personal training online. Okay, nice. Yes, it's not only personal training, it's consulting, it's going through analyzing the lifestyle and trying to optimize it. Short fast sprints is a favorite for me. We call them fly-ins. Big focus on top and speed and training your nervous system to be as fast as it can. Exactly. That is, when it comes to the strength and power and any expression of strength and power, this is a skill. This is something that your neural system is acquiring, and it has to be gradual, methodical. And sprinting is one of the good examples. You kind of get mature. Your speed gets mature, meaning you get faster. You're peaking at a certain level. That's why it's when the young people have a good potential, they are already fast for their age. Imagine them peaking at 24, 25. And they can hold that peak for one of my favorite sprinters is like Shelly-Ann Fraser-Joyce, and well, she's spectacular. She's amazing. She's like, how old is she? She's almost 40, like 39 years old, right? And she's in spectacular shape. And I also think that sprinting is one of the healthiest sports. Don't get me wrong, obviously, when you go professional level, there's always higher risks of the injuries, and the observation and the monitoring has to be on top. On the point, but if we just talk in general as a movement, sprinting is something that people after 30 years old stop doing at all, and it correlates with the increased speed of aging because the muscle mass and explosive pardons are fading. Greetings from Spain. Hi, David. Hi, beautiful. Hi, Vincent. Oh my God, I, I, I hit, like I reported or whatever. I just doing a little bit moderation because some people just talking some nonsense. Hello, you're looking so beautiful. Thank you. Bicep flex check here. Where are you from? I'm from Georgia, the country, not the state. Alexa, she's not running anymore. A lot of kids in my area don't continue running because they're too worried about working. Yeah, that's sad. That is very, very sad. Like, you know, when you have that potential, imagine how many people don't fulfill their potential just because of the certain circumstances or choices, you know what I mean? I also focus a lot on proper mechanics. There's plenty of basic drills that focus on that. Yeah. No, I mean, I absolutely respect and like what you're saying. It's the truth. It's the good way, great way to build it up from the scratch. Because you know, like if you just go full on pushing through, like you actually slow yourself down because it gets too tense. I experience same in boxing with people because they get too tense. They just want to, you know, go as hard as they can. They actually slow down and their power becomes dull, and you know they just kind of suppress it with their own body. Same I experienced myself in sprinting. In the beginning, when I just tried to just go there just to get to that finish line. When I was rewatching videos, I was like, oh, okay, my stride was getting even shorter, and like my step frequency, but because I'm not strong enough, you know, it just kind of shrinking my speed and my movement, right? So, yeah, it is important. Technique always helps. It always helps. Okay. Hi. Hi, Chris. What's your opinion on self-learning martial arts? What do you mean self-learning? I mean, if you want to learn a martial art, the best way, even if you don't hire a coach or you don't go to the groups, at least go to the gym, where it's a good gym where you where people who are good at that already are surrounding you, and you can learn from them. I think that's the best way. Martial arts is individual. You can practice it individually, you know, especially older martial arts where it's like, you know, a lot of non-combat movements as well. But it's good to be around people, have some sparring experience, actually have that experience. So that would be my main advice. Yeah, fly-ins gradually increase 10 meters each week. I started them at around 20 meters fly-ins. It's also very important to time each rep and treat it as a race. Yeah, it's good. And you know, like I wish in Georgia we had coaches like you, because it's just maybe been short conversation, but from the things you're saying, you seem very methodical. And you're from US. I mean, one of the best coaches are based in US. You have all the sources you need, and you have you know the language. You know the language that the worldwide research is, you know, always like you can always find it firsthand in English, right? Because there is still a lot of post-Soviet influence in many sports in Georgia. Georgia is great when it comes to wrestling, judo, very strong, because it's just genetically we're good at it. But when it comes to the other fields like boxing and sprinting and track and field in general, there are many mistakes and many old school and outdated approaches that, you know, they just don't know it because they don't even know English to update their knowledge. Iran. Hi. Oh, there's so many comments. Okay, well, I'll be honest, guys, there are many useless stuff here. Sorry, I'm not gonna even respond to it. And just letting you know, if you're gonna go too far, I'm just gonna hide you from the channel. Okay, that's a good question. Do you get frequent injuries during the training? If you don't learn the proper technique and the movement first, you're increasing the chances of getting injured. There's always the risk to the injury. You cannot be completely protected from it, but there is a reason why it is always better to learn technique properly and then gradually rather increase weight or increase an impact. Volume works for 100-meter sprinters. I usually top them out at 150s. Yeah, I did 150s. Yeah, I think I did 200s as well, but not very successful. That was in the beginning, before I started getting guidance from my friend. I will start them off at 120s, about 4 or 5 reps with lots of rest. Yeah, also lots of resting. I agree, because maybe there are specific races where you have certain intervals that you have to run, but most of races I've seen, it's just you race once. You prepare yourself, you build yourself for that one thing. Unlike boxing. In boxing, you have 3 rounds, and in amateur boxing, Olympic style, you have 3 rounds, and you have like 1 minute rest in between, and you know that you have to pace it out, right? You need to build that endurance. Yeah, when it comes like sprinting, at least in the beginning, when like our coaches, they would say, oh, you just have to rest, you have to jog back to the position, and like, why? I'm just starting. Isn't it better for me to do my best? First one is usually activating the patterns even after the warm-up. So usually the second, in my observation at least, the second sprint is better in average. And then if you do it like a few times, it's like a 4 or 5. It depends what you want the volume. I mean, it's as the beginner, I was doing sub 200 meters total. So if I would do 60 meters, I would fit in sub 200. And also if I would starting getting down in my time, meaning just generating fatigue, I would stop. And as you said, I would rest in between because, it's just better. Okay. Well, I was just scrolling and now saw you. You're very nice, so good looking, and European. Well, I'm Georgian, which is an original Caucasian, literally from Caucasus region. But I have some Slavic roots. My mom is half Russian, half Ukrainian. She's originally from Crimea. So I guess I look European. What sport? Sprinting as an enthusiast, and boxing more professionally, more knowledgeable about boxing, and trying to build myself up and potentially get back on the ring. Doing it slowly, methodically, and sharing the journey on my YouTube. Are you Russian? I'm not, well, my mom is partial, so I'm partially Russian, but I'm quite a mix. In between, I have some Georgian, Russian, Ukrainian, and Armenian roots, and that's just the one I know. And I speak Russian. I understand Russian fluently. How do you feel about Ilya Topuria? Well, he's definitely phenomenal. He's cocky. Not my favorite type of personality. I prefer Merab with his personality. Though what I like about Topuria, he respects who deserves the respect. Like Volkanovski, Holloway, Charles Oliveira, he showed them big respect. And the things that he said might sound arrogant sometimes. For example, he says that oh, I'm gonna knock him out in the fourth round, in the first round, or on the first round. But literally, guy executes it. So then it doesn't make him arrogant anymore. It just makes him, factual. So this is my opinion about Topuria. As long as you're gonna continue, keep that top tier level, and taking that responsibility, and keep sticking to his word. I don't really mind him saying whatever. They're way more worse trash talkers, in my opinion, and the guy so far is proving himself. Sandro Gunia, Kamar Joba. It's a Georgian, yes. Okay. No, I'm not African, though I know there are a lot of South Africans here. I can watch you talk forever. Thank you, Mario. You run much? Lately, I haven't been running, and I've been doing sprinting only. I'm not running. For boxing, for example, for endurance, I stopped running cross distances. I stopped running like 5K, 10K, because it's a waste of time. And it's not my opinion. It is the updated information to build up the cardio. Unless you are a triathlon athlete, or a long distance, or ultra marathon, because that is your goal, that is your performance. Of course, you have to build your training around that. But for boxing, because it's like interval explosions, and it's also holding the pace, the type of cardio, to build that type of cardio, it has to be a little bit different. And also, because of my knees, I have healthy knees, but the reason why they're healthy because I haven't been running unnecessary amount of times. And if I want to do VO2 max training, which is building up your lung capacity, which is always helpful to any sport and any type of endurance, well, here I would just do the bike. There are many ways how you can do that. You can use swimming, you can use the cycling. You don't have to run necessarily. That's the point. From Lombok. A lot of banded movement is also good for developing speed and reducing the chance of injury. Yes, that's true. Another way, the topic of the stream that I'm going to try to get back to the gym, and as I was intending, show some ways how to relieve the pain and how to actually also prevent traumas. What happens when you have a high impact sport, when you're explosive and using your strength and power, you develop those patterns. Your neural system is getting used to it, but your muscles themselves, the fibers, the tendons and the ligaments are going through under a lot of pressure, and that pressure has to be relieved. It has to be there should be a check and balance. You know what I mean? So it is essential to do massages, like professional massage is the first, I think. And another way to do self-massage is to use some massage balls and foam rollers, and also know how to do which spots to work on. And there are like main spots, and there are peripheral spots that you can work on. And just keep that in a good balance. And obviously a good sleep. That is one of the most important things to prevent your injuries. Also nutrition, if you're having lack of good nutrition, your body starts getting worn out. So there are like multiple factors that has to be well balanced. As a part of training, how much do you run? As I said, lately I don't run at all, but and sprinting, I also said that right now I'm not doing specific sprint training. I'm going to get back to it when I'm back to Georgia. But focusing on boxing, if you're talking about cardio as an endurance, very simple. I just do different ways. I do the back work intervals, interval speed ups, and interval explosive like timings, like a explosion rest with that principle. I also, just to keep up on my footwork and feet and just be able to move entire time, I take like 3 rounds, 4 rounds, 5 rounds, like even more than my like actual timing of the fight, boxing fight, the amateurs. And I just keep it up. I keep it high pace when my pulse is high, but at the same time, I'm holding the pace. I'm able to move and breathe, and so just gradually getting used to that. I do boxing. That's great. Special forces. Special forces should do boxing. Okay. Okay, another one's getting hidden from the channel. What sport do you do? Sprinting as the amateur, just for myself, and for the health benefits. And boxing, I'm intending to get competitive again. Back to the amateur boxing. I mean, my first stage would be after sparrings and getting back to the general sparrings. I would go to the nationals, because in Georgia it's a small country. You don't really need to win other competitions because it's, as I said, very small country. So everyone is just preparing for nationals, and they just meet on nationals, and then it gets established who is the first number in the weight class, second number, third number, etc. You're amazing, my friend. Greetings from Lombok. Greetings from Vietnam, Nha Trang. Grappling is superior than striking. Well, if we take mixed martial arts, MMA, I cannot argue on that. Mostly grapplers, like literally invaded. There's a grappler flu, like a pandemic, But also, then once in a while, there are guys like Ilia Topuria, he's actually originally a grappler too, a wrestler. And then he gets the boxing to the level that he starts knocking out grapplers. So, it all depends. It all depends on the plan, all depends on the game. But if we were talking about mixed martial arts, obviously you have to be equipped in all of those aspects. One of the aspects might dominate. Let's say grappling is dominating, but you have to have a good striking. Otherwise, a good striker gonna walk over you. If you're not gonna, a good striker with the solid grappling, who can have a good takedown defense and stuff, they're just gonna outstrike you. It's also about forcing your own rules. And to force your own rules in the mixed martial arts, you have to be strong in everything. Now MMA too. Well, I said a couple words about MMA. I already responded to that question. If I run as a part of the training. Right now, I don't. If I do, I would do sprints, and I would do interval, explosive cardio training. That's what I would do. I don't do run as much as some people think is necessary. Yeah, some of those comments, geez. Can I get a birthday shout out to my dead cousin, Kika? Sorry, I don't exactly understand, but if your cousin is passed away, I'm very sorry for that, and it's his birthday, or her birthday. Well, I wish, I hope he or she are good where they are, and they're deeply missed. And as long as you carry their memory, they're gonna be alive at your heart. How to build consistency? It's a good question. Consistency is a synonym for discipline, right? Something that you do repetitively, despite whether you want it or you don't want it. It just becomes something that you just do. And ideally, it also has its purpose, and you have a determined goal why you're doing this thing. So there is such a thing as teaching your brain how to get consistent and how to get better at doing things that you actually don't want to do. And it is basically just starting from the small things, like for example, waking up and you want to just like stay in bed, like scroll on the phone. But what we will do, just count to the 5, you just jump up, open the curtains, get the sunlight in your system, and you start your day. So from starting from small things like that, ending with some harder tasks like, training, obviously, doing some quite hard type of training, resistance training, put you in the situations where you need to do hard things, And I'm not saying you have to do it all the time, every day necessarily, but again, starting small things, small adjustments, you just teach your brain how to do that, and the part in your brain, in your prefrontal cortex of the brain, that area starts getting bigger. It actually grows, and that builds up the tolerance towards things that you would not easily do, and that starts making you different from other people, because we all don't want to do things that are hard, but the people who do hard things and they actually get good at it and consistent on it are different from the rest of the people. Okay, I need to hide the user again. Sorry guys, I'm not even reading some of the nonsense messages right now out loud. Nothing personal, but if you're getting silly, you're just out of here. That's it. Sultan Merab Dvalishvili and Ilia Topuria representing Georgia in UFC as a world champion. I think they're representing Georgia quite well. Even Ilia Topuria, who is, unlike Merab, his parents are refugees from Abkhazian war. And he was born in Germany because they were emigrating. They emigrated to Germany as the refugees in that times. But then they moved back to Georgia because I heard their family, the things they're saying. I heard his mother giving an interview in the to some Georgian channels, and they really love their country. And you can say Topurias talk really good Georgian, clean Georgian, despite living abroad. So they came back to Georgia, I think till 15, from 7 till 15, Ilia lived in Georgia, but then they moved to Spain. It's called Alicante, I think, that place, or Caliente or Alicante, I'm not sure. And this is where, they started working. His parents were working. He's working for some time, and he's just started building his career. I think the guy had the plan. But despite that, he's being he talks about Georgia. He talks a lot in Georgian. He's representing Georgian quite well, I think. And Merab he's from Georgian village called Vani. And he's like a root Georgian, and he moves to US to just build himself up and create this, the story that he already created, the history. And yeah, I think they're both doing a good job. I run ultramarathons. Ah, gotcha. That's why you were so insisting on the same question. Great for you. I have friends who run ultramarathons, and I think they're insane in a good way. Their psyche is somewhere else. Hi. Emmanuel, there is also certain lifts that help a lot of speed development and injury prevention. Yes, that's true. For the elite level, at some point you have to do the lifting. That's for sure. I'll tell you my opinion about it, and then you also please feel free to write down what are your preferred exercises. I really like quarter squats. Obviously, I think it should be done in combinations with some regular lifting and stuff, but like quarter squats are specifically good for this, like stimulating a better strength and explosivity than full range squats. So it's very specific for sprinting. And well, power cleans are just generally one of my favorite weightlifting movements. Despite for whatever, it works for boxing, works for sprinting, works for obviously weightlifting. Very good movement, one of the great ones. It will make you better. As I said, ultra marathon people are crazy. They're like so much in their mindset. I'm saying it in a good way, but also like they're very how to say that, like insisting, like, oh, it's great. Well, that's good. It might be great to build an iron mentality, but one and the biggest thing that is suffering is your knees. Like you cannot avoid that. You have to be aware of that, By the way, even for distance runners, lifting weights for the trauma prevention is important. I have a fight coming, so I'm going to versus the coach. Well, good luck with that. Coaches are evil when it comes to fighting. Have you fought professionally? I fought in amateur boxing, so I had experience of sparring, being hit to the face, hitting back, and but it wasn't a long career. I don't think there is my record left because it basically was Georgian national teams, and then we were preparing for internet, like the different competitions, and then essentially it's like the Europe championships and the world championships. But back then, they're just like 3 or 4 of us girls, and like sport was not that developed. The another reason why I want to get back to it now is because now there is actually a separate female national team now that we have. Like they have the coach and they have the system, and they actually being treated like male athletes. So when it comes to the international experience, still it's not as good as other countries. I have a great friend who is also Georgian. She's a great boxer, and we've been in the team together. And she's so great. She emigrated to Belgium, made it to the national team of Belgium, now preparing for the world championships. She won some internationals there. She won local championships. And we were talking about the drastic difference between the preparation in Belgium and probably generally in Europe, like more or less, and Georgia when it comes to boxing. It's still very, very big difference. What languages do you know? I know Georgian, Russian, and English. That makes it 3. You look like Brazilian. I don't know. Maybe. I thought Brazilians are more spicy. Guys, I'm married, so I can't be your girl. Sorry. Do you speak Italian or Spanish? No, but at some point I want to get back to languages. I love languages, and I would love to learn probably Spanish because it's quite a big language. Do you prefer Islam? Islam religion or Islam Makhachev compared to Topuria? I have to clarify that. If it comes to religion, I'm from the Orthodox Christian country, and but I'm not specifically religious. I believe in the values. I believe in that there is definitely, I like to call it the universe. I believe in certain laws of nature. I believe in the consequences. and I believe in the self-responsibility. Okay, that is a very important on the time when the reps get slower, it means to stop. Yes, that's true. That's true. Listen to Emmanuel. He has a very great pointers in sprinting. 17 years in the coaching in Texas. Valid. And it tips to increase endurance for running. I think you should look into the polarized and pyramidal programs. You can just Google it that way, or Norwegian method that combines those two. They have the best now. They have upcoming like the best endurance athletes. The guy who has the biggest recorded 3:02 max. I forgot his name. Sorry, like he's a famous athlete, but I forgot his name. But yeah, he's the basically he has the biggest lung capacity recorded in the world, and their protocols are great. I can tell you how approximately works. 80% of work is light. It is a zone one. So you shouldn't get tired. You should be able to hold a conversation. 80% of work is generally light. And then it splits between like the rest 20% are, it depends who does what. It splits between higher cardio zones, which is third zone and fourth zone. And as I said, if you really want to get the better information about it, just search for those. Polarized and pyramidal methods and Norwegian method. What's your dream country? Well, actually, it's my husband's country, Norway. He's Norwegian, so at some point we'll go there. Just right now we're traveling around Southeast Asia. We're traveling and we're just traveling to the countries, because Norway is one of the expensive countries. So if you want to be based there, you need to get a job. You need to have a good sources of income to live a comfortable life. So right now it just makes sense for us to travel in the countries like Vietnam, like South Asian countries. What's your dream country? Do you give therapy? Well, I'm not a certified therapist, nothing like that. Though 7 years working with personal clients, you have to be a therapist somehow. The redheads are bandits. That's true. How to make my hamstring less painful? Okay, that is a very good question. Because your hamstring is very, very tight now, I would not just go for stretching for sure. Try to visit a massage therapist. That is that is really a friendly advice, because they can work with it properly. But also, if you want to do it yourself, get just the hard small ball for massage and start working with your foot. So just put it down, step on it with the foot. I'll show you a little bit later when the gym opens, and I'll try to move there and show you how to do it. But yeah, that's how you do, because a lot of pressure, a lot of tightness comes from your feet. And the feet are very neglected by everyone, though it is one of the most compressed and pressured part of our bodies, because it's under constant vertical pressure and gravity pushing on it. So there are a lot of trigger spots, a lot of causes of the tension, tightness and stiffness in general. It comes from your feet. That's what I mentioned, that there are a few general spots that I work with, and I'll show you later on. It's feet. It is your lumbar area, like your piriformis, muscles, your glute area, and your lower back. Then it's the shoulder blade area, the upper chest area, and obviously it's like a traps and neck. And even coming to the face, there are some like spots that are also on your face. So it basically comes posteriorly, starting from the back of your body up to your face. And after working on those main spots, you would feel release straight away. It depends how long you work. You can start from 5 minutes, you can do 15 minutes each foot, depends. If you've never done it, it's going to be painful. But as I said, I'm going to move back to that topic and actually show you how to do it. I mean, do you give any therapy class? No, I mean, only together with training. What country are you in? I'm in Vietnam, in Nha Trang. You look like a fast runner. I'm not trying to be mean. Fast runner, I mean, if you mean that I'm just more, my body type, my body proportions indicate on me running shorter distances and faster, yes, that's true. No offense. If you meant something else, I don't know what you meant. Sprinting is good for boxing, 100%. And that's what I love about it. It actually going to complement my boxing, so there was no point for me to stop doing it, right? There are some disciplines, there are some sports that just alternate each other and you cannot do it at the same time. But that's not the case. God bless. God bless. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. Where did you transition? In Thailand. Jesus Christ, those questions. Okay, another one that we are hiding from the channel. Okay. I need to start, I'll look into how to make someone a moderator so they also can help me to just take off the bullshit stuff. Are Georgians similar to Spaniards? Well, a lot of people say that Georgians, Spanish, Spaniards, and Italians have a lot of similarities. We're all lazy and chill. We all like wine. We all like naps. We all start our days late, like literally, whether it's like in some countries, things start very early, like here in Vietnam, in Georgia, it starts like 8 a.m. maybe, 9 a.m. So yeah, there are some similarities. Top 5 boxers, male and female. Mike Tyson. Roy Jones Jr. Muhammad Ali, just because he's been like legend and everything. Not my favorite style, but he was phenomenal. Floyd Mayweather, also a pioneer. Pacquiao, one of my like just favorite personal boxers. But like there's so many, it's hard for me to. That list might change, but Tyson is always first, and Roy Jones is always like a close second. Maybe it's like maybe both as a first. And female boxers, Shields is good. Katie Taylor, I think she's one of the technical ones, but I haven't seen female boxing that much, and that's what I'm now trying. And what I'm doing now is rewatching a lot of stuff and watching some stuff that I never seen. I'm trying to educate myself even more on, like, and find different good boxers. You know what I mean? Because the history of boxing it's not that long, but it's very well packed. It would be cool to see you box once you have your first match. Absolutely, I will absolutely record it. absolutely. Rather make a live or make a whole YouTube video for it. No, I'm all for showing my personal journey and my personal experience. Hello? Okay, some gibberish. Sorry, guys. I mean, there's some things I don't understand. Technically, I'm a Gen Z, but I'm Gen Z from Georgia, which makes me more of a millennial, I guess. Discipline is what you hate to do, you don't do it. Discipline is what you hate to do, you don't do it. Sorry, didn't make sense to me. I don't think you should do what you hate all the time, because your brain also can give you something like long term. You're just gonna stop doing it because you're gonna have to way too much resistance to that specific thing. But at the same time, you need to be resilient to the hardships, and you need to build up that gradually. This is the way how you build the discipline. And occasionally you go through something very hard, challenge yourself in something that is challenging. Ilia Topuria will lose when he fights a Mexican. We'll see. So far, the guy doesn't seem to be losing, not only because his team is smart, he's smart, and like all of that, his mentality, he's just getting there to win. Like, unlike some other cocky fighters, I think he's actually very serious about, he knows exactly what he has to commit to do what he's doing. So, unless he meets someone at his level, which I think is Islam Makhachev and Ilia Topuria are going to be a very good fight. I think that's going to be the fight that you might think, okay, it might be 50-50. But other than that, I don't see anyone taking him yet. Not because he's Georgian, just because his presence and personality and the work he's putting into his training and building his legacy. He's trying to build his legacy. He's not just trying to win for survival. I'm good, thank you, Leo. Hello? What's the topic we're covering? Well, in a bit I'm gonna just move to the gym, and it was about pain relief and stretching, but there is always, it's all questions regarding training and building discipline, stuff like that are welcome, so we're talking about the same stuff. You're beautiful. Thank you. Prefrontal cortex only matures and growing till the age of 25. Well, growing in your brain just getting mature, yes, it is 20 till 25, but there is area within the prefrontal cortex. It's like not prefrontal cortex itself, the area in it. That is the David Goggins and Andrew Huberman were talking about it on the podcast, and David Goggins actually participated in the clinical studies where, like, Andrew was one of the, he was leading it, and they did the brain scans and literally seeing the activity of a person, like a regular person, the person like David Goggins was literally putting himself on the all uncomfortable situations and just living his life that way, and it showed the differences in a certain area in the brain. And they were talking about this topic that even after 25, your brain, the chemistry of your brain can change and that size of the area can change if you build up the discipline. But also, yes, there are certain things that, for example, it's enough to get outside stress factor to break you down, but then you get in this cycle when you stop sleeping, and then you avoid the sunlight, and you avoid people, and you eat bad, and you don't move. your neurochemistry changes. Your dopamine baseline drops. And then you're seeking for the instant gratifications like dopamine, cheap dopamine spikes, sort of thing. But then it's enough to break that cycle, start gradually, first of all, fix your sleep, then try to get the sunlight and gradually moving and, do it in a certain sequence. Your brain chemistry changes again. Hi, I hope you're doing well. Do you do a lot of sparring? Thank you, I'm doing well, and I don't do a lot of sparring, and even when I start doing sparring, I'm not going to do a lot of heavy sparring. There is a certain updated protocols on that too, that now more and more fighters, John Jones was talking about it, he's not doing heavy sparring. Topuria mentioned it, he stopped doing heavy sparring. Yeah, a lot of fighters stopped heavy sparring. The fighters I know personally as well, because it's long-term. It is detrimental for the long-term health. Though technical sparring, technical work, combinations, working with the jab, working on the feints and taking the punches on the gloves, all of that. Yes, that is highly encouraged. Like a group. Like a couple works is encouraged, but heavy sparring is not something you want to do really. I mean, too often. You have to save that for the fight. Hello, where are you located? Vietnam, Nha Trang. Stay safe, stay strong. Absolutely. Vlad is Georgian. You're talking about Ilya. Yes, born in Germany. Lived a little bit time in Georgia. His parents and his family was back to Georgia since he was 7 till 15. And then they moved to Spain. And his teenage years and the rest of his life, he's been there. I'm from Brazil. I really don't know what I'm doing here. Well, thanks to the algorithm, but hi to the Brazil. Conor, I would the real Georgian. You mean Conor would beat the real Georgian? I don't know. Well, right now Conor is not at his peak performance, that's for sure. So. American? No, I'm Georgian. It is a country in the Caucasus region. What do you think, Max or 4 years? Who was that? I forgot the records, but 4 year was the one who won to fight, so Max was the one who won to fight. So the trilogy doesn't really make sense because it's not like one win of each other. I think it was both wins to. I really forgot whose win it was, but just remind me, please. What is my opinion on Trump? Well. I don't really want to talk much politics in the things. Politics in general and not about good or bad things. So, if you're asking me if it's a good person or bad person, it's not I don't think it's the right question. I mean, I don't know. There are certain things he might make sense, but there are certain things he says and he forgets that he said it before. But he doesn't, after one thing I can tell you for sure, when he got shot in his ear and he just came up and started kind of showing that fight, like or dislike, but when people do those things in a very extreme situations, they have guts. That's what I can say. I really like full body workout. That's great. That's full body workout. You should train full body in general. What is the concept about this channel? Well, it's my diaries. It's my personal journey in the training. It started as a sprinting, so I just started sprinting from scratch, and I wanted to share my journey in development. Just it happens that I cannot really train much sprinting here at the moment, but I'm also, my background is in the boxing, and I've been doing martial arts most of my life. So I added up that to my channel, and right now it is more about boxing. So I share some pointers, I share my trainings. I started doing more like the live streaming to have a first-hand communication and be able to respond to your questions. And I'm trying to grow my channel. You know, it's trying to make it positive, practical, useful, and about the community. Okay, another one is going to the height. You used to taking shots to the face. I was quite good at it. When I was actively sparring, I was not easily, like, I wasn't getting knocked down or something. And with one of the closest friends, the boxer I was mentioning, she's in Belgium now. She's tough. I was helping her with some making weight, you know, dieting, calorie deficit and stuff. Yeah, I mean, she was the hardest punches I was getting to my face, and I was good. I was okay. Right now, my tolerance is not there because I haven't done sparrings in the last 2 years at the very least. Even as just a sparring partner, you know what I mean? So I will have to build up that tolerance again, and that's going to happen gradually. Aren't you trying to go pro? Not at the moment. That's not what I'm looking forward to. But if that's going to be a thing, I would consider it. You're very beautiful. Thank you. When you get back to sprinting, let me know if you need any of the stuff that I do. I'll be more than glad to help you to get to your goal. Thank you, Manuel. Absolutely. I mean, well, like you, there is an email in my bio, and there is Instagram in my links. So you can always contact me. I appreciate people contacting me, you know, offering some help or some offer, you know, and like we can always discuss things. Some people message me just for nothing, so I usually don't like answer too many messages because, don't get me wrong, I'm not really a chatter. I don't really have time to just talk and make new friends like as that way. But I'm always happy to discuss something that can be a win-win situation. I just subscribed. Thank you, Fred. I appreciate it. I believe that everything is a simulation, a matrix. Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is, but the fact is we have to navigate through it. How do we get the Merab Georgian cardio? Is it bedroom work? Come to send yourself 2-3 years to Georgia and forget, like the famous quote from Islam about Dagestan, but you know, it's like became a thing. I really like it. It's funny. Look into, obviously it's a genetical factor too, I believe that. It's also his personality. I think he's very hyperactive, you know what I mean? He just refused to get tired. But if you really want to look the best ways how to build the VO2 max and cardiovascular capacity, search for polarized and pyramidic methods and Norwegian method that is combining those two. You will see some interesting stuff there. How you're so confident you're filming in a public place? I don't know. I mean, there are not that many people now, and it is more like a co-working place. A lot of people do similar stuff. They rather work or they have meetings and stuff. And yeah, I mean, I built up that confidence over years. I'm working with people for 7 years now, and from the very introverted kid, I turned into an socially adapted introvert, I would say that way. I still like to spend time alone. I still like to recover alone and, do certain things alone to recover my energy. But I definitely build up the capacity to have social communications. Hi, how old are you? I'm 25 years old. David Goggins? David Goggins is a psychopath. I'm not even joking. Fun fact about psychopaths, they're actually not bad unless they turn into serial killers. Psychopaths are the people who always push the evolution of the humanity, because they were the ones who did not fear. They processed emotions in a different chemically. So yeah, I think David Goggins is literally definitely one of those people. And his background says a lot. I mean, he was the Navy SEALs, right? And in the military for years and at quite a top tier level, and did not stop and became a media figure. What's this all about? We're just having a conversation about, some practical stuff, training, recovery, and trying to, as I said, have a good conversation. Everyone is so silent here. I don't think it's silent. I think that's the most views in average and the most interactions that I ever had. How are you doing? I'm great, thank you. Three monsters, milligram gummies, and 3 liters of water. I feel phenomenal. Good for you. Okay, another one's going to hide. I'm not here for the cheap hype up. Sorry, guys. So whoever is writing some bullshit in the comments is gonna get hidden from my channel. I don't mind compliments, but when it starts getting obsessive and creepy, I just hide it. Ilya versus Islam, who wins? I don't know. I'm for Ilya, of course, in this case, but I give credit to Islam as well. So I think it's 50-50 fight, in my opinion. Let me say one more thing about their fight. It's going to be a psychology fight, because both of them are great fighters. Both of them have their own advantages. I think Islam is stronger in grappling. Ilya definitely has that power punch, and he's a very strong striker. He built himself as a strong striker. So there's going to be certain concerns from both sides, but essentially who's going to win is the person who has the stronger psychology. And that's why I don't see Ilya losing like in this nearly future at all, because he's just looking for it. He's analyzing, he's studying like all his opponents, and he's coming up with a plan. A lot of people think that they forget that it's not improvisation necessarily. It's actually fighters like him just come and execute. That's why he's able to say that, okay, I'll knock out someone at the 4th round, and he does it because he has studied the opponent very well, and his psychology is all about coming and getting there. He wants to beat the best of the best in the history of the UFC. That's his goal, and that can be scary from the other side. I don't know what is Islam's psychological state right now. You know what I mean? So I think that fight would the outcome of that fight would be psychological. Do you braid your hair for fights? Yeah, definitely. I would braid my hair for fights. I also can do it myself. I know how to braid hair on my own self, so I would do it myself. Hi Tripto, how are you? You're late today. That's okay. That's all right. I don't see trolls around. Did you see any? Maybe not trolls, more like some creeps. I don't like label people like that, but it's up to their behavior. If people behave a certain way, they get what they're asking for. Hi, Emmanuel. The foot strength development is very important as well. I agree. I recently been researching more on foot strength development for speed. That's good. What do you think about training bare feet for sprinting even? Like not necessarily doing heavy sprinting, but like doing some of the drills, some stuff basically bare feet on the grass maybe, like just share your opinion about that. Also, the shoes is very important. Your toes are supposed to be spread. This is how that will be originally, but because of our shoe designs, they're like narrowing your foot, and that promotes a lot of feet injuries in the long term as well. So there's now some shoes that are literally like the socks. You can put it like on each toe, and it has the foot shape, and those are used for weightlifting and basically different type of trainings. And the spikes itself are quite tight. They should be tight. So what do you think about training with spikes too often and wearing that too often? Lomachenko is great, absolutely great. I love Ukrainian school. I love, they're great. Usyk, Lomachenko, Triple G. Triple G is, I think, a little bit underrated, but I think he's great. You spar more often? Right now I don't spar at all, except just the light work and more like a speed and technical work. I would spar heavy with women. You know what I mean? I've been sparring with guys, and I find myself learning a lot from the men, because they're just basically faster. They have a better reach. They are, they have more testosterone. There are a lot of things you can learn from them, if they work moderately with you. But when we're talking about real hard sparrings, which should not be the case very often, you shouldn't do that very often, but when you do it, it should be strictly female versus female and male versus male. Pac-Man is the GOAT for me. Yeah, Pac-Man is legend. Like he's like a boxing Charles Oliveira, you know what I mean? Like it's his personality, his background. He came from the struggling, in the poor Philippine village. Like the guy built up the legacy, but also he's a great human being. I know he also rebuilt like his village or something, like literally helping people so much. At the end of the day, no matter if you're a champion, if you're too self-absorbed, you might be a great athlete, but people always gonna choose the people's champion who is helping others to stand up on their feet. Have you got ADHD? I'm from Georgia. They don't acknowledge ADHD. It doesn't exist there. So, no, I don't. Love from India. Thank you. Hi, new here. Where are you from? I'm asking because you look American, but you might be from UK. Hi, Drogas. I'm neither from. Hi. I'm neither for America or UK. I'm Georgian. It's the country in the Caucasus region. Maybe you can consider me close to European. I have some, as I said, I'm basically Caucasian, the original meaning of it, and I have some Slavic roots as well. I've sent you an email regarding podcast. Okay, I'll check it later. The Myth of Discipline is an interesting article by Strengths.
Triple?
Huh? Tripto.
Yeah, Tripto. Hi, Tripto.
Yeah. Chris says hi. He just came to join. But yeah, back to the question. The Myth of Discipline is an interesting article by strength coach Charles Poliquin. Well, I'll look into it. I haven't seen what he's saying about it. Oh, I don't know the password. Maybe you just ask the stuff. Okay. Yoga is a good active recovery activity to do on a days. Yeah, 1 second. Let me check. A little bit. Yeah, I like it definitely. It's quite active. So.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll just be in the gym.
Oh, you'll be in gym. Okay, I'll join in a bit. All right. Yeah, yoga is a good activity recovery activity to do on days. Yeah, I will do. And that's what I said. I'm just going to respond to the questions and come to the gym. Coach Charles Poliquin. Sorry, getting distracted a little bit. Maybe at the end of the day I have ADHD.
You're just getting distracted because I'm here. Anyway,
I'm joking.
Have fun. I'll see you at the gym.
Yeah, see you at the gym. Yeah, I mean, yoga is good. So yoga, a lot of people use it for the health purposes, but it depends. There are certain movements that are definitely beneficial for health, but there are certain movements that are not. So it's important to consider. Yoga has a Mexican boxing style, though. Yeah, I would say so. But it's a mixed martial art adapted. It's MMA adapted because you can have Roy Jones type of footwork on the MMA ring because there's so many other risks and dangers coming from other like kicks, takedowns, etc. Right? So you have to have a limited footwork, but it has to be very well calculated. And I think his style and the way how he does it, it's also because of his height, his body parameters. Like I think it's very well put, and it might be the mix of different factors why his style is like this. Plan 3, hi. The early era of Ali was marked by his jumping and dancing around the ring style, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, exactly. His late stage was more relatable, I think. He became more defensive. Same for like Mayweather. If you look at his earlier fights, he was knockout artist. He was going toward that direction, but then he built completely defensive style. And it makes sense. The more you age, if you're smart enough, you want to build your defense well and be able to work as a second number in the high level. So, as I said, it's not only points and the fight outcome, it's just long-term health as well. Unfortunately, Ali was hit hard a lot in his career, and he also probably had some genetic factors for the Parkinson's, and we saw how it ended up. But his style was very unique in the way that it was unconventional and it was wrong. It was called wrong. It was not right. Everything he was doing was wrong, but he had the team that basically just let him do what he was doing because he was something. They saw that he's something new. Aloha from Hawaii. Oh my God, Hawaii is here. That's great. Hello, sister. Hello, where are you from? From Georgia. I'm just gonna try to go as much as I can through the questions. I'm gonna go more to the gym and show you the certain techniques that I use for the pain relief and stretching. What the fuck is this? Is this Israeli trash? Free Palestine. Well, first of all, don't project. I'm Georgian. I don't have any Jewish roots, but at the same time, I mean, I'm gonna hide you because you're being negative. Hide user. Bye bye. Hello. What boxing style do you practice? I think I'm trying to build a mix. Now I'm focusing a lot on the footwork, a lot of movement. So I don't want to be extending. So not like a Mexican style and not a pro style. Now I'm building up the boxing style that is good for the amateur boxing. And because I'm shorter, even if I would do 51 kg, there's some opponents that are taller than me. I would do more peekaboo style elements. I would do more of the, just pressing, more pressing. But at the same time, I just don't like to be like this. I like to move. I like to use my hands a lot. So, to block the punches. I like to use my elbow to just throw, to sleep up the opponent's jab and then, get closer. So, yeah, that's why I guess that's more just a mix of different styles applied to my body and to my personality to build the advantage, obviously. Michael Van Page, yeah, a boxer. Yeah, I'm a boxer, which is been in the amateur boxing years ago, and now I'm planning to get back to it. No Portuguese, so sorry, don't know any. Were you here? Because it's my YouTube channel, and I'm streaming from my YouTube channel, trying to give some valuable information, have a good conversation. And my name is Diana. Yes, I'm from Georgia. Yeah, so it's gonna be. Yeah, Dustin's will win, most likely. Hey sis, what's up? All good, what's up to you? My age is 25. Now my brother, it's 50-50, Max is a legend. Max is definitely a legend. Don't get us wrong. It's just about sometimes losing like recent losses changes something that's psychologically in you, and you kind of pass your peak. That happened to Adesanya too. I think Adesanya was one of the phenomenal fighters, but he's losing streak. Like, he had to now temporarily retire. So far as I know, he's trying to probably take some time and get back into like 2027 or something. But when it's both great fighters, psychological factor plays a role. Another really good active recovery exercise is doing wickets. Helps to improve running posture and stride patterns. Yeah, I haven't been doing this because I'll be honest. Tell me what wickets means, because English is my third language. So there are some exercises that I might know the American way of saying it, or even the name of it. So let me know what is the exercise about. Charles Oliveira, great human being. Yeah, good. That's true, and he's a legend as well. I'm 25. Hi Marco, practice Muay Thai, but my back is damaged on L4, L5. Damaged, you mean do you have hernias or protrusion, or you literally have vertebrae damaged? Just got stem cells, but it is a slow process. Can you give me some words from your experience? Interesting. Well, tell me first, what is exactly the diagnosis? The most common is the protrusion and the hernia, and it depends on the size of it. A protrusion can be reversed through the rehabilitation exercises. Hernias sometimes do, supplementation stuff, but usually if it's a certain size, it has to be surgically removed. And especially when it's compressing your nerves in your spine, that is the worst thing of it. It gives you unbelievably painful symptoms. So it depends on your individual situation. How are you? Good. I'm just having a coconut. I just finished it. Awesome ink. You mean my tattoo? Yeah, thank you. I love this tattoo. I have quite a few, but not too many. Diaz brothers. Diaz brothers are cool. They don't take shit. I mean, generally I like them. Don't necessarily like their lifestyle when it comes, being stoned all the time, but I think I like about them that they don't take shit. Was it Nate Diaz first? Yeah, he was first who won over McGregor. At least he stopped his streak. Oh, interesting question. Ferrazio, what's the meaning of the Shwili in Georgian names? So it's surnames. There are different types of surnames. So it's one of the type is ending on Shwili. Shvili is actually a child. So it literally says, for example, Dvalishvili. It doesn't make sense anymore a little bit, but like back then, there's some surnames that literally would say that it's the son of the butcher, for example, or son of this, or son of that, or son of that would be a name, there is actually a surname Merabishvili. There is a surname like that, so it's like a son of Merab. So it's a little bit interesting. Even though if your father is not Merab and you're Merabishvili, this is probably somewhere in your ancestry. Someone was Merab's son. So yeah, Shwili means son, a child, son or daughter. Okay, Jamie, bye-bye. Get a life, dude. No, I don't have OnlyFans, and I never will. That's not why I'm here. I want to bring something of the value in this world, and my body is for my husband. That's it. I contact you through email. I will send you the weekly planner that I have for my sprinters. Emmanuel, thank you very much, and I mean that is highly appreciated. I really do. It's great. No, I'll definitely look into it, and I'll get back to you in an email. Average sparring is whether a soft practice of movement or relentless fight. I'm talking about amateur sparring. Yeah, not only amateur sparring. That's, for example, Muay Thai, because it's one of the heaviest sports and martial arts. Like literally, Muay Thai was invented to kill a person with the punch and kick, right? It's very, very hard, very stiff, very powerful. But their sparrings, if you go to Thailand, they sparring like all the time. So there is a reason why, because you do it all the time you learn, and the skill learning happens from when you do it slower. You're not going to be able to learn skill if you're just getting hit and you have a very high pressure coming at you. Best diet plan for MMA, not only for MMA, generally for everyone. Balanced diet with the higher protein, especially for the athletes. High protein, bioavailable, preferably animal source, and obviously plant source as well. But like animal source, you have to have it. Fiber, essential. Healthy fats, omega-3, absolutely. Probiotics for your gut function as well, and moderate amount of carbs. The more you train, the more you spend your energy, the more carbs you can take as the main source of fuel for your body. So I'm not for strictly this or strictly that. I tried different diets just to experiment, to see. There are certain diets that are helpful for certain medical conditions, but they are applied temporarily, usually. So even keto diet has a good impact for insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, though it's not the best idea to stick to it forever. You can get back to the like a moderate amount of carbs and just put the moderate amount of carbs back to the diet. It's still and like get back to the balanced diet. But as I said, I mean, if you really want to do like a long-term diet plan, as I said, those 5 are essentials. My opinion on Andrew Tate. Attention seeker, trying to make money. He said some right things. I'm not going to take away that from him. There have been some things that make sense, and I think they're like important for people to understand. Some relationship dynamics, some stuff. But his lifestyle, the way he's basically being, I think, prosecuted for like sex trafficking or something, like having now, both he and his brother having an issue with doing something to underage girl. I mean, I didn't look much into it. I'm just saying what I heard. And also, even if we just put that away, he's trying to sell you stuff like desperately, because probably they had some issues because of they tried to be canceled. Obviously they're trying to be canceled, but as I said, not they're way better masculine figures that I really truly respect. They're just better than Andrew Tate. Yo, Mike Tyson in the chat. Cool. Nicole Kerrigan, is this you? I don't know who's that. How you doing? Oh, here is a Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is my favorite boxer. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Tapuria, first round knockout, first triple champ, psychology fight. Very high likelihood. Hamzat vs DDP, who in that you think? I mean, Hamzat has chances, but DDP is so unpredictable. He is very unpredictable. His style is very unconventional. So I don't know, man. I really want to watch that fight. That's for sure. You spar more often? No, at the moment I don't spar, and I'm gonna spar when I'm back to Georgia. I mean, I spar technical, like there are some boxing groups in the thing, and their Vietnamese people are not that big, so even with the guys, it's actually quite comfortable to work with them, but nothing heavy. I watched some of your vlogs. Tripto, did you like it? Tell me your feedback about it. Chechnya. Hamzat Chimaev, that's true. He's from Chechnya. Well, I already said, I think it's, both have chances, that's for sure. Answer, don't discuss for too long. I'll do whatever I want on my channel. I'm joking. I mean, I understand there are many questions, but you know, I also want to explain some things. Can you lower the camera? Okay, bye-bye. Barefoot sprinting on concrete is too hard on your knees. Shoes must provide cushioning. No, of course. That's also why I pointed out, not on the track, not on the hard surface, but maybe do some specific sprint aiding exercises on the grass with the bare feet, just to promote your feet health. Because literally there are a lot of things that are related to your feet. What is your name? Diana? Where you are from? Beautiful Georgia. Oh, thank you. Answer to, well, you literally, your name is Answer. Yeah, as I said, Georgia. I found the wrestling cardio and boxing cardio is completely different. Have you done any wrestling? I trained a little bit wrestling. I've been my friends have been teaching me some wrestling, and I think it's fun. There are different types of pressure. There are different types of contact. In the boxing, it's in and out. You don't have to be in the clinch, for example, all the time. You have the chance to recover through the movement when you get the safe distance between your opponent, and you can control that. And the wrestling, I think wrestling cardio is way harder to achieve, and it's strong. It's not better. How to say that? It's just because it's more intense, it's more pressure, it's more contact. I guess it is. The wrestlers are better to be under the pressure, though it's different types of. It's still different types of cardio, so it does not mean that the wrestler would stand against the boxer in the boxing rules necessarily. Okay, hold up. Yeah. I'm gonna go over to the gym now. So, yeah, you can come with me. Okay, did you schedule the streams? Yes, I did. I scheduled it as you told me around 12 hours before at the least. Oh, such a sunny day. And just make sure that I'm hiding the correct one. You fight in MMA organization? If yes, no, I don't. But I'm going to the MMA gym now. It has different classes, and yeah, they're basically training for MMA as well. They have boxing, they have kickboxing, they have MMA classes separately, they have BJJ. So, yeah. What is this? Tom Aspinall is a GOAT. Well, Jones refused to fight him, so yeah, Aspinall is a GOAT. It's a new generation of the heavyweights. Hey. Okay. Hello. Okay, so let's just get to the gym. Let me just go through those questions quickly because there are so many questions. European. Yeah, Tripta said hi. The question might come across as random, but some of the few things I know about Georgia is the fact that Stalin was born, raised, and grew up there. And I wonder, what do Georgians think about him? Oh, that's a good question. Well, people who know that how horrible human being he was. I mean, obviously, he had guts, he had ambitions, but he also had like psychopathic and narcissistic traits because he was like terroring people essentially. So my generation of people who are more aware of the history, they dislike him. They acknowledge that yes, he's from Georgia, he's Georgian originally. Though he actually stopped acknowledging himself as a Georgian. He was calling himself a Russian comrade. But a lot of older Georgians, they're proud of him. But it's like a smaller country complex, you know what I mean? So people are gonna just try to be proud of anyone in the history who are from their countries, and they're like, they're just known in the history. But as I said, I rather say that I'm from the Ilya Tokuria's and Murat Balashvili's country than Stalin's country, you know what I mean? Chris and Diana, babe. Okay, I just wanted to tell him that. Chris and Diana are the best couple ever. Thank you. We're a team. We're do the teamwork together. I mean, one of the few things. Yeah, no, that's great. A lot of people don't know that though. Hi. Back injury in gym and recommend for the recovery. Okay. Actually, I'm just gonna let me know if the there are quite a lot of Jesus Christ. There are a lot of comments. I was used to that there are not that many, but like now, this time, there are many comments, so I'm not responding to anything. Sorry for that. Barefoot exercise are very good to target most of your muscles, tendons, and ligaments in the area. Stronger, stiffer ankles equals to faster times. Yeah, good. That's true. Okay. I'm just gonna keep going. I need to scroll down a little bit more. Spikes are must on top, and speed days, like fly-in days, and also must for acceleration starts and block work day. Anything dealing with volume, speed endurance, I try to avoid using spikes. Yeah, makes sense. You wanna come on the camera, big guy? Do you think you could take Mike Tyson? Of course not. But Jake Paul thought he can, and like, anyways, that fight was just a circus. Other than the fly-ins and start days, spikes day off. Never used from warm-up speed. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Okay, keep going. There's something about Aussie slang. Can you please share? It's my birthday. My name is Tia Jamie. Okay, happy birthday, Tia Jamie. I hope you're still watching it because I'm slow at responding, but happy birthday. DDP. DDP is very interesting fighter, that's for sure. For the wickets, oh, that was my question, yeah. For the wickets, you lay down small short cones or 6-inch hurdles. Every 6 feet, you will use anywhere from 10 to 15 minute hurdles. It should equal to about meters of work. You mean when you gradually, you have a little increasing distance, like just slightly to increase your stride? Like, just explain more about it, please, if you're willing to. I'm a personal trainer. Okay, you want to do that on camera? All right. Well, didn't get to the stretching and stuff, but I'm gonna train Chris on pads now, so you're gonna see that. Sorry, not being able to respond to all the questions, so I'm just gonna all the way down now. Okay. Okay. Well, let's try to get there. Sorry, can you decrease the volume a little bit? The music, a little bit, thank you. Okay, give me a second. Yeah, smaller, yeah, thank you. Yeah, we have our gym all for ourselves now, which is good. Hello. All right. Do you want to set up the time? Yeah, just get your phone. So you've been doing footwork, yeah? Yeah, it's good. Good setup. Good setup.
Yeah, we can show some footwork.
Yeah.
Some basic footwork drills.
All right.
Timer.
Yeah.
Short full timer. So the bottom of it, yeah, there.
Okay. 3 rounds.
Yeah, 3 rounds, 3 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, call your audience too.
Okay, we're gonna do 3 rounds, 3 minutes. Just come on. Come on. Yep. Good. Exhale. Yes, good. Oh. Come on. 2. 1, 2. Nice. Okay, come. You just okay, anyway. 1. And 1. 2. 1, 2. Good. Come over here. 1, 2. 1, 2. Good. 2 jabs. Jab, jab. Good. And cross. Jab, jab, cross. Jab, jab, cross. Good. Again. Jab, jab, cross. Nice. Boom. Boom. Okay, jab. Hook. Oh, sorry. Hook. Uppercut. Okay. Jab, hook, uppercut. Good. Again. Jab, hook, uppercut. Nice. Jab, hook, uppercut. Good. One more time. Jab, hook, uppercut. Okay. Relax. Cross. Nice. Boom. Move a little bit here. Boom. Okay. Jab. Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2. Again. 1, 2. Nice. One more time. 1, 2. Good. Okay. Jab, cross, sleep, cross. Okay. Jab, cross, sleep. Other side. Jab, cross, sleep, cross. Good. Jab, cross, sleep, cross. Nice. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Again, one more time. Boom, boom. One more time. Sleep jab combo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Okay. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Relax and faster. Okay. Just relax and fast. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that was good. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. Okay. Relax and one more time. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. Okay. Relax. Boom. Cross. Boom. Again. Boom. 2. 1, 2. Okay. Relax. Boom. Boom. Okay. Jab. Okay. Jab. Hook. Uppercut. Okay. Let's do that one. Okay. Jab. Hook. Uppercut. Boom. 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 Okay. Boom. 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 Okay. Boom. 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 That was great. Boom. 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 Relax. Jab. Sorry. Cross. Okay. Jab. Easy. Easy. You know, recover like this. 1, 2. Easy. Yeah, like this. Again, recover. We're gonna get back to hard ones. Keep going. 20 seconds left. Same. Jab, hook, uppercut. Jab, hook, uppercut. Okay. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Nice. 10 seconds. Okay. 10 seconds. And a little bit. Okay. 3. That's good. What we're having here. How tall is Chris? He's 188 in centimeters and
188. 93 kilos this morning.
93 kilos this morning. And what is it in the feet?
6'1", 6'2", somewhere around
6'1",
there.
6'2". That's where he is approximately. And the feet. Okay. I have pain in 2 bones about the hips for no reason. Can you tell any stretch for relief? Well, I'll do that while we're resting. Yes, exactly. While we're resting. So it can be, you're talking about 2 bones here. So here you have a hip bones. And very often there can be a hip impingement just because this ligament is getting slightly irritated, and it can cause this unpleasant type of pain. There are ways how to do it, so I'll show you a couple of stretches. So first one is basically just rolling your hips like this. Okay, so it's basically more mobility exercise than a stretch. And when it comes to just stretching in the position, you know, you want to like you want to extend this part and be able to, like for example here, you can stretch this area, right? So you can try this stretch. It also depends where it hurts exactly, because you need to find the right angle for yourself. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, another thing I want to show you, I'll show you a little bit more about it. So this is the ball I was talking about for myofascial release, and we're going to start from the foot. When I was saying that you have to massage the foot, it is just put it like this, and you start finding the spot. So you don't do anything else apart from that. Usually it is the center of the foot that is the most sore, but also the outside part, lateral part as well, like here, the edge of it. Anyways, just work on it, just find the spots. When you find the painful spot, push a little bit more and apply the pressure, but also control the pressure so it's not way too hard. So, you know, it kind of drops you up. You want to be able to endure it and warm it up gradually, like you would, like a professional masseuse would do to you. And you do that as long as you need, you know. If you need 15 minutes, do 15 minutes. If you need to do 5 minutes each and switch and do that multiple times, that is a good way to do it as well. And then after that, that's already going to give you a sense of relief. And then I was saying that you would do the same with if you have a double ball, like 2 balls attached, that is even better. If not, you can do just one side. Lay down like this, put it right close to your lumbar. First on the, like in the top place, top spot of your glute, where the piriformis muscle is. And just roll it like this, you know, same, like the gravity is pushing. You also control the pressure with your legs. And if you find the spot, just stop there and just let it be, you know? You're gonna, it's all up to your feeling. You need to learn how to work with your body and navigate those feelings, you know? Same, do the other side, also do it as long as you need. Like my right side is way more tense because of my boxing stance and because of my sport. It is asymmetrical, right? The stance comes, the most of weight comes to the right side. And when you're doing, like, if you're not switching stances, and usually most of boxers have a dominating stance that we're working on, but it creates this, gives me that symptoms in my body, you know what I mean? So I really need to pay attention to it and just do that systematically and balance it with the heavier type of trainings. Get a good massage and do myofascial release in the times when I can do it myself. Okay? Before I continue, I'll read more comments. You should not be holding pads for that large man. That large man is my husband, and I've been holding pads for years for different men and women, so I know better. When it comes to the pads, let me explain. It's not about, so it might seem that I'm too small, but reality, it is the physics. So when the punch and the impact is coming towards you, I just block it. If I just stay like this, you know, it's just gonna jump off. But if I just block it, I just block it. You know, this is how you do pads. And I mean, I'm strong enough. Well, just try it.
Start the clock.
Oh,
Start the clock.
okay. Yeah, sure, another round. But yeah, anyway, so like, just try to take a look how it works, okay?
To make it clear also, like I'm not very good at this. I've only been boxing for about 3 months, so.
Yeah. I think they can hear you. Okay, jab. Okay, jab. More relaxed this round, okay? Check. Yes, good. Cross. Yeah. 2. 1, 2. Nice. Again. 1, 2. Good. 1, 2. You do want to do your combo? 1, 2, 3. Flip. Bum,
Yeah.
bum. Okay, slower. 1, 2, 3. Flip. Bum, bum. Nice.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, slip.
Yeah, same.
Hook.
Okay. 1,
1, 2,
3. Boom, boom, boom. Good. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. Nice. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. And one more.
Explain more about what you're doing with the pass.
Yeah, well, basically that's what I was saying. Okay, just throw the punch. You see what I do? I stop his punch. I just block it. It doesn't matter how strong he is. I'm quite strong. I'm quite strong myself too. And if I hold my hand, hold up. If I hold my hand properly, so I'm not holding it like this, right? I'm holding boom, boom. And yeah, as long as I just know how to do it, I just block his power. And even in the boxing, let me just say it quickly. In the boxing, a lot of times, so there are some boxers who do that. They keep their hands like this and they block it. So they meet the punch to get there and do the counter punch in that position. Well, it's quite risky, not my favorite way, but they do that because of the same reasons. Okay, 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2.
1, 2.
1, 2, 1, 2, and then combo, okay? 1, 2, 3, bum, bum, yeah, nice. Okay, more together, okay? Boom, 1, 2, 3, bum, bum, bum. Good, that was a good one. Bum, 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 da, da, da. Good, last hook was strong. Bum, 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 bum. And one more time. Bum, 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 bum. Good. Okay, we have 45 seconds. Now I want you 1, 2, 3, 4. That's gonna be your punches, okay? Get in stance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Relax. Wait for me. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Relax. Wait for me. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay. Cross. Jab. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice, nice. A little bit. 20 seconds left. Cross. Jab. 2. 1, 2. And 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't do too hard. Go faster, okay? Nice, good. Okay, a little bit left. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, 2 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. Anyways, well, where were we? You guys are awesome. Thank you, Emmanuel. Emmanuel is the 17-year in the track and field coach in Texas. And yeah, he did me a great favor. He sent me some protocols on the thing. On the email.
Texas.
Huh?
Howdy.
Howdy.
Howdy. Howdy.
Howdy. Howdy, Texas.
Like a little bit stereotypical, but yeah, we like Texas.
Yeah, yeah, we definitely do. The people we met from Texas are awesome.
Adam is from
Yeah, I know.
Texas.
I train an MMA fighter.
Special forces guy we know from.
Yeah. No, I'm not MMA trainer specifically. I know some stuff. I watch MMA, I watch UFC. I can make an analysis, but primarily I'm training the striking, like boxing specifically. I know how to do leg kicks. I can teach you that too, but that's not my profile. You look panicked. I don't panic. Thanks, coach. Okay. I come from Thailand. Do you like, well, hi to Thailand. You're fierce, focused, and fearless, just like a true fighter. Keep dominating. From Conor McGregor, baby. Yeah, did you quote him? Yeah, that was something that he said. Anyways, sup from Australia. Hi, Australia. Hi to Aussies. We just get a better lighting. Yeah, that's way better. Howdy to your husband as well. I like how he relates Texas things to us Texans. Yeah, he smiled. What's up from Wales? Hello, Samuel? What are you playing? We don't play, we train. If you're asking about music, I don't know, it's just G music. But anyways, let me, sweetie, just rest a little bit longer. I'm gonna show the rest of my facial thing, okay?
I'm just sitting in the garden somewhere.
Are you sparring? Not right now. You look like Ronda Rousey. Oh, thank you. At some point, I really looked up to her, but well, let's be honest. My favorite fighters is Amanda Nunes. I like Holly Holm. I think she retired from UFC, but she's back to boxing again. Shevchenko, Valentina. That's absolutely. I like Rose Namajunas. She might not be like winning all the time and stuff, but like I think I like her personality and stuff. But yeah, they're better equipped as fighters now in UFC. Females MMA is also evolving. Show us some kicks. Okay, do you want to see that? Do you want to? You really want to see that from a boxer? Like, bum 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 bum. Like. Well, that's what I got. Okay, first time here. Where are you guys from? I'm from Georgia. My husband Chris is from Norway. Salam. Where are you from? Georgia. What are you training? What's the sport? Boxing. Yeah, primarily boxing. But you do boxing, kickboxing. I'm doing boxing. Though I know how to throw some kicks. Do you want to practice Muay Thai in the future? If I end up in Thailand, definitely I'll try Muay Thai. I will do classes, I would engage into it, but my focus is boxing. Georgia is dominating MMA. That's true right now. That's exactly true. Okay, show Muay Thai. Well, Muay Thai stance to me is more like this, like two. It's like bam, bam, and like knee and elbow and like, it has its specific stuff. I mean, I'm not a Muay Thai fighter, but as I said, I like watching some different stuff, analyze it. When I have a chance, I train with different martial artists and try to learn something from them. You can definitely beat up a lot of those clips that are in here. Well, imagine me and also my husband. I have a bodyguard too, so it's like a it's always like this, people were telling me that, oh, you can beat up all these guys, but what I was thinking always, because I have so many friends in MMA and boxers, I was more about thinking about the phone call. If there is something wrong, I can just give a phone call to my friends, and like literally the army of the gym MMA fighters and kickboxers and wrestlers would come and do the thing. You know how the community works, we have each other's back. So it's not only your own skill set getting better, but you actually build up the very strong friendships and communities with people who have your backs. 119 watching, and now it's 128. I mean, gosh, that's a lot. Who is Islam? Who wins, Islam or Ilya? 50-50, but I cheer for Ilya, obviously. It's going to be a psychological fight. Who's going to break psychologically first is going to lose. Nice fitness, man. Thank you.
Happy 4th of July to Texas.
Oh, yeah. Happy 1st of July to Texas. 4th. Yes, I know. I just mispronounced it. 4th of July.
Matt was very mean to when he was younger.
Yeah, math is one thing that is not my biggest strength.
Actually, happy 420 on July 4th.
What?
It's 420 on July 4th.
Okay. Who wins, Hamzat or DDP? Both have chances. Do you like Conor Mann? I mean, I used to like him when he was coming up to the stardom, but then I think he just lost his way. Damn, you have beautiful eyes. Thank you. Do you know the Jets Kune Do. If it's a martial art, I don't know it.
Jet Kune Do is, I think, what Bruce Lee invented.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah, it's like
Okay, well, my husband knows. Well, he knows. What weight you're fighting? I'm aiming for 51 kg, so I'm gonna go as low as I can. Oh yes, there's all kinds of celebrations today for the 4th of July. He knows his stuff. Yeah. I mean, he's been traveling all around the world, been and lived in 60 plus countries, doing skydiving and proximity wingsuit flying. You know, so he's been around. Yeah, base jumping. He's been all around. Hi, where are you guys from? From Georgia. I'm from Georgia. He's from Norway. It's Bruce Lee martial art. He's correct. Your husband. Yeah, that's true. My husband is a smart man. Film your husband. Baby, people want to see you. He doesn't want to.
Part of my back.
They can see part of your part of his back while he's doing pad work with me. Yes, it's great martial art. Well, anyways, do you want to do last round? Yeah, let's do last round. And then I'm gonna keep talking more about how to use foam roller and this ball. I already showed how you work on feet, the lower body, the lumbar. Then there is the shoulder blades and some peripheral stuff. You know, you can always work some other spots if they're bothering you. It's a very working thing. And same in a combination with the foam roller. And then you add up a little bit of stretching. That is very helpful that way. It's great martial art. Which organization do you compete in? I don't compete in any organization yet. I would go back to the amateur boxing, which is, well, it's IBA, and there is another label now, which is a new one. I don't remember its name. Jesus Christ. Tallest structure I've jumped from is my house roof, Emmanuel says. Well, tell us why.
I never jumped that low.
He never jumped that low though. Why are you so cute and charming? I don't know. I'm trying. And okay, last question, and we're gonna do the last round. The same logo behind you, the Jet Kune Do. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's Natrang Sport Tonight. That's why you remembered it. Yeah, I mean, they're using it as the, you know, it's like a mixed martial art gym. And yeah, I really didn't know it. I haven't seen those movies, you know. There are a lot of movies I haven't seen. I'm not really too much into that stuff. But
it's not a movie. Jet Kune Do is a form of martial art.
Yes, but Bruce Lee was also like in the movies, and he was like, you know, like.
What you're talking about is his martial art.
Okay, so it's like a real martial art.
It's a legit sport that he invented.
Well, anyways, thank you for educating, and thank both of you for educating me. Okay, anyways.
Start the timer and tell them why we use the timer.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay.
It just starts from there, it's fine.
Yeah, so we're starting timer. We're just trying to build up the body adaptation to, you know, holding properly, like, and to endure like a round to round. You know, if you just do technique without, if you do technique without the timing, you know, it's not as efficient as just doing rounds. 1, 2, okay? 1, 2, okay? 1, 2, nice. 3, 1, 2, 3, good. 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, jab, hook, uppercut. Okay, jab, hook, uppercut. Hook, jab, hook, uppercut. Good. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, good. That's the last round. It's fine. Come on. Boom. Nice. Boom. Just relax. Boom, boom. Nice. Boom. Okay, 2, 1, 2. Good. Okay, 1, 2. Nice. And relax. 2. Boom. Jab. 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 Sleep. Sleep to that side and hook hook. So what you would do is jab, sleep, hook. Okay, let's try this one. Jab, sleep, hook. Exactly. Good. Jab, sleep, hook. Nice. Jab, sleep, hook. Good. Jab, sleep, hook, and another hook. So boom, boom. Okay.
Then say that as we do so.
Yeah, that's fine. boom, jab, sleep, hook, hook, boom. That's okay, slow down. Bum, sleep, hook, hook, okay? One more time, boom, 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 boom. Okay, again, bum, bum, again, bum.
No, but baby, we're not blocking this one.
Okay, do it one more time, okay? Yeah, sleep, hook. Yeah, sleep, hook, hook. Okay, 2, 1, 2. Nice. Cross. Jab. Cross. 3, 1, 2, 3. Nice, a little bit left. Come on, 40 seconds. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I'm also getting tired. 1, 1, 2, 3. Boom, 1, 2, 3. Okay, do your combo. So bum, bum, bum. This one, okay? Let's do like we did before. 1, 2, 3. Sleep. Bum. Nice. Okay, again. 1, 2, 3. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Again. 1, 2, 3. Bum. Bum. Good. Okay, a little bit left. Okay, cross. Okay, boom. 2. Okay, relax. Boom. Nice. Boom.
Hook.
Okay, jab, hook. Again, jab, hook, and your combo. 1, 2, 3, boom, boom. One more time. 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. Okay. Good job. All right. How old are you? I am 25. I really don't know why we even did that. Just for fun, I guess. When I was young, we would lay down cardboard boxes to break the wall, the fall. No, it's. I mean, boys are always gonna be boys. Joe, you gotta keep your hands up, lady. Teach him by trying to hit him on the face. And there's so developed muscles memory. Yeah, thank you for the pointer. But you know, every personality has to, you know, there's specific approach to specific personality. And well, he's just doing it for himself. So we're gradually getting there. With Chris, it just works better when we do a separate work when it comes to the keeping hands up, you know. Like for me, as the opposite, I've been in that conventional way that they rather like they would tape your hands and you know like make you work with the jab or you know make you put you under a lot of pressure to get there. But again, when you don't never did martial arts and you're just starting, there are slightly different ways how to do it. Elias striking this is Islam's grappling. Yeah, the only thing is don't forget that, I mean, Islam striking is good too, but it's not as strong as Elias, like power-wise. And Elias grappling is also on point. I think he just didn't have chance to, he just focused on knocking out people instead of submitting them, but his base is wrestling as well. So it's going to be an interesting fight. You're a beautiful man. Thank you. Thank you very much. You would compete in DKFC? I'm not sure. I mean, right now, as I said, I'm not at the shape of competing. I need to rebuild myself back.
DKFC is like bare knuckle.
Oh, okay, bare knuckle. No, shit, no, not that. I'm against that kind of stuff. It's not a sport, you know, because it's just gonna bring detrimental consequences long term, and especially as the like woman. I mean, one thing is getting hit heavy by the, you know, where there's a glove and there's certain like cushion, and when you just get completely swollen up because of that. No, thank you. Exactly, it is very dangerous. Okay, well, I'm just gonna show you a little bit more about the thing. Sweetie, can you give me the foam roller if you see it? Okay, so as I said, work on the feet like this. Then next one is lay down, put it under your lumbar like this, and just massage it, you know, just roll it. Thank you, but another one, yeah. Well, I don't need it yet. And the next spot was shoulder blades. So here is the spine, here is your shoulder blades, and the rhomboid muscles, like this line in between your spine and your shoulder blades from both sides. So you would want to control the pressure with your legs. You see, with my body, I'm just applying certain pressure, because if I relax completely, it's going to be very painful. And I just roll up, and down. Like if you try it yourself, you will feel how to navigate it. Sometimes you find the spot that literally kicks in your neck and your arm. That means you found the spot that is targeting the nerve, and it just gives a little bit of the it kicks a little bit in the other peripheral areas as well. But it's good because that means that is one of the main triggers that is causing a general pain and stiffness in your neck, in your upper back. You would do the other side as well. So be careful with the pressure. You don't have to tolerate way too much pain. Just try to work layer by layer, and like when it feels a little bit better after a certain pressure, then you can increase the pressure and go a little bit deeper. So yeah, that's basically how I use it. Already released my neck and I feel way more relaxed. And let me just look at the comments. Hello, how are you, teacher? You can show me. I'm just gonna move this box a little bit because it's getting, sun is coming. Back to the wicked space hurdles. 6 feet apart for mature sprinters, and flow the distance for beginners. When you run over the mini hurdles, eliminate arm movement. Mimic your arms like airplane wings. Okay, like this basically. I also seen them doing like holding the stick or just keeping the arms up and doing it the same way. So I think I'm starting to understand what you mean. But yeah, also, yeah, now I think we are quite shorter on the comments. Can you show me how to choke? Well, like, it said I cannot drop this video. Someone is asking to show how to choke. Okay, I'll just show you how, like, the idea. Never do that to anyone, especially if they don't, don't want you to do to them. But if you're, like, in the controlled environment, doing BJJ, there is a trainer, you are like in a safe environment. So what you would do is triangle choke. Not like triangle, sorry, it's just the choke. So you hold your hand like this, you put this hand on the person's neck, and you see, you're not just trying to pull them, you just do this movement. You shrink. So you see, I curl my biceps here, I push on the head, and there is just not enough space anymore for a person to breathe. And basically, it cuts their blood flow, and they just pass out. Wait, was the Stone Cold Steve Austin boxing?
No, he's a wrestler. That's who I was for Halloween.
Yeah, I know. I remember him. I just asking you because you know more about him. Yeah, as Chris says, he's been doing wrestling, not boxing. How many hours do you sleep? I have quite a good sleep. I sleep sometimes long, so there are periods I can sleep 12 hours, 11 hours. But if my body needs that, usually 8-9 hours, like it's supposed to be. Did you delete the message?
Huh? Yeah, no, I wrote wrong. So
Ah, okay. Wickets. I'll start them off with a falling start on the push phase, 10 meters with a regular arm cycle. Then yes, arms out or over the head or arms across. Okay, gotcha. Well, you already sent me the protocol. I'm gonna look into it. And as I said, when I'm gonna have more chance to, even before Georgia, we're gonna be in the Kuwait most likely, and I'll try to get a hold of the track there. And I'm gonna start making more videos back on sprinting as well. So I'm gonna combine boxing and sprinting, and I will follow your protocol and just gonna show, give you some credit and show it, like just test it on myself and show the people. I think that's a good way to do it. What do you think? Hi from Argentina. Hi to Argentina. WWE. I mean, entertaining, but let's give them the credit for the physicality and athleticism. All that stuff they're doing, even if it's staged, it's not easy to do. You have to train a lot for it. So, let's just give them that credit. Oh yeah, you was. That's what you were writing. Okay, another one is going to the height. That's it. I said I'm not taking bullshit here. Yes, you have a good idea of what the wicket is now. Okay, well I'll watch a little bit more of the just YouTube tutorials to it too, just to see the nuances. I have a good eye for the details of the technique. That's why I love learning something new. I would just try to break down it to the nuances and see how to build it up. Because it's just one thing, you just try to repeat it, but another thing is you understand how it works, you understand its mechanics, and this is how you learn. I find it very exciting. Do you know submission moves? I basically know how to choke well, have I ever? I know armbar. I actually did armbar to some people while training, and when I used to be in karate, I had this fight, and I armbarred the girl. And I guess that's it. I've been doing some MMA classes with my friends. They've been teaching some arm locks and some like a wizard, Americano, like stuff like that. Some leg. How you call that? The leg hold, like breaking your leg, basically.
Ankle lock.
Ankle lock, like stuff like that. But again, I'm not proficient in it. Like if I would try to someone, again, I haven't practiced this enough.
Hey, Argentina.
Yeah, I saw those. Well, I'm also eliminating the ones that are just some random creeps. Emmanuel, that's perfect. And thank you for trusting my knowledge on getting you faster. I mean, thank you. Again, we just met. It's been just a couple, 3 hours of conversation. Though, estimating it through what you've been talking about and the things you said, you seem like a knowledgeable, smart person. And I always have a respect to people like you. And you also offered me some help, so that is highly appreciated.
Yeah, better lighting.
Better lighting, yay! Okay, hi. Be live tomorrow again at 11:38. Why at 11:38? What's going on at that time? Do you know cricket as a sport in Georgia? I don't think there is any Georgian cricket team, but I know that there is a sport, cricket, and it's quite big in Asia in general. I mean, it's very big in India.
Well, I like Saigon, he was coaching people on their hair and making pretty good money. So
Yeah, really?
get your hair done.
Just let my hair down, okay. I'm sweating, but I guess I don't have a choice anymore because I broke my band. Anyways. It's been nice to talk to you guys. It's been way more engagement this time, and I found it that live streams just getting better and better every time. Okay.
Say thanks to all your new subscribers. You have like
Jesus Christ, really?
almost 100 subscribers.
Oh my God! I almost I didn't see that. Almost had 100 subscribers. I specifically don't like asking for subscribers or something. I believe that if people like my channel, like me, they're gonna subscribe anyways. But Jesus Christ, thank you for that. Thank you very much. Your hair is beautiful. Thank you. What's your favorite song? I have many favorite songs, but yeah, there are many. I like rock music in general. What is my favorite song? What do you think?
I don't know.
There are many.
What about the one you sing Black Dog?
Yeah, Led Zeppelin, the hey, miles and away, move, gonna make it sweat, gonna make it groove. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. That's true.
Okay, we do another 3x3, yeah?
Yeah, but I think let's wait a little bit. My phone is dying, and I think I'm gonna end the stream soon. Okay. Yeah, back to the last comments because it's getting there.
Phone is dying, yeah?
Yeah, you're too strong for that hairband. Yeah, maybe. Imagine Dragons, the Beatles, early 90s. Yeah, those are good.
Join at 7 or 8 today.
All right, yeah, let me advertise a little bit. The next live, that's going to be in a few hours, at the 7 p.m. my time in Vietnam. We're going to host karaoke night.
Just to make it clear for everyone, it's 4:43 here now, so she's talking about 2 hours and 17 minutes from now. She's going to do another live.
Yeah, basically.
2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah, Chris's live. It's gonna be all about entertainment, singing. It's gonna be a karaoke party. It's gonna be related a little bit to 4th of July as well. So gonna be some American songs, I guess, a lot of them. And yeah, we're just gonna have some fun. So join for that live if you're willing to. Tupac or DMX, Biggie. Have a good taste. It's good for you. Anyways, the last thing I just wanted to show you, I didn't get much to the stretching, but before my phone dies, it's a foam roller. Also, can use it as the to relieve the upper the surface layers of the tension and the pain. So even before doing the ball, it's actually good to do the foam roller first. And basically, there are not clear rules here. I'm just rolling I'm rolling through my entire back, and I navigate it that way. Then I can do my lower body as well, like this. The glute area. You can do sides like this to roll out the nearby sciatic nerve on your lateral part of your hips. And it's just it's a very nice feeling, it's a good thing to do. So you do this, you do the pull, and then you do stretching, or you do it in between, because your muscle fibers are way more relaxed. You're way more released from the tension. That meaning that stretching also goes easier. And because sometimes if you just go straight away to the static stretching, what happens, you actually can strain your muscles because it's just way too tight. And when you try to stretch it, your brain thinks that it's gonna get damaged. So it kind of resists, your body resists to it as much as possible. When you do that, afterwards, doing stretching is way easier and way more pleasant. Hello, ma'am. Hi. It is 4:43 p.m. In Texas, you mean? Here it's no, it's 4:45.
Before you end, like, you have an actual question about it, or it's perfect. I have a bad neck posture and hunchback. What do I do?
I have a bad, I have bad neck posture, a hunchback. What do I do? Any suggestions? Well, do the things I already showed, that you need to release certain tensions in your body, because when you have a disbalance in your posture, it is a combination of the hypertoned muscles and weakened muscles, right? So what you want to do both. You want to get stronger. For example, if you have hunchback like this, your chest is already hypertense, which makes sense to stretch it out, massage it with the ball like this, try to relax it. Obviously try to just have your posture, straight, and just imagine you want to get your shoulder blades together, lift your neck a little bit, and just exercise it consciously as well. But because your back is weaker, for example, you want to make it stronger. So when it comes to the back, you would want to do some resistance training. Yeah. Which one you're saying you want me to show?
Like, you can just lay on the ground, face down, and just lift your arms back.
Oh yeah, exactly. That is, you mean like a Superman type of training? Yeah, I mean, one of the ways is be careful. Like, don't go too much. You don't want to go pressuring your lower back, but you can do like just relax and just go the upper section. You know what I mean? And you can go.
More out to the side, you're hitting more of your side delts. And
Yeah. So, but you see, I'm doing different positions. 1, 2, and I don't go too much up. There is no point. I just get to the neutral when I don't feel much pain. Same in the vertical position. Against the wall, try to, I'll show you against the wall. Obviously you better stand, but I'm just gonna show you from the seated position. If you're hunchback and you're gonna have a hard time to get past this, right? Ideally, you would be able to do that easily. So that's one of the ways. You're gonna try to do exercises like this. Just hold yourself for 10-20 seconds like this. Then you do like this, like just stretching out a little bit. There's a lot of varieties how to do it. The main point is try to do the combination. Relax tense muscles, make weakened muscles stronger, and also give a conscious command from your brain to your body, meaning that whenever you remember while walking that, oh, you're hunching again, try to get straight. You know what I mean? So the accumulated, let me finish. When it's like accumulated, it's gonna give you results over time. You're saying something?
I was just gonna say, it's like if he throws you a follow, you're gonna make a video on the subject.
Yes, of course. I mean, you can follow me, guys, if you're willing to, and you can always ask me for the things that you want to see, so I can make a video for you.
But I think that's a good idea to make a video on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Training on your posture and stuff. So
Yeah.
Siege.
We're across the world from each other. That's true. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I have American clients, and some of them, like East Coast, for example, late night for them. Not late night, but like 7, 8, 9 p.m. is like early morning for me. And I'm also like from the future for them. So I always joke about that. Hi from the future. Infotainment content. Thank you, I guess. Oh, okay, ma'am. Do you do any wall drills for your speed training, like knee drives and like cycles? Like cycles can be broken down to 2 phases. I've been doing the wall drills, like basically just, I don't remember the name of it, but getting the angle, doing it in a slow way, sometimes with the assistant band, sometimes it's like pom pom, like having an explosive movement. So working on my hip flexor, my dorsiflexion. stuff like that.
Welcome Black Pill. She's 141 centimeters.
And 161. And don't believe that guy, please. How tall? Yeah, I'm 161 or 5 feet and 2 inches. Yes, that's perfect. Well, thank you. I've been working on that. And yeah, I mean, guys, I think I will have to go because my phone's gonna die anytime anyways. And I've been it's been amazing. Like this stream was best so far, and there were a lot of good
stream.
Super good stream, good questions, met great people, especially Emmanuel. Thank you for engaging for entire time and helping me. And we'll talk in a bit. And Tripto, I also see your email as well regarding the podcast. And yeah, thanks to all of you guys.
SJLS, we'll try to make a video on posture
Yeah.
to help fix it.
Yeah.
Because that's a huge deal. Show
Yeah.
them the Superman pose, baby. Like that's what.
Yeah, that's one thing you
good
want
for
to
your
do.
psyche also.
It's not like posture is psychosomatic. It's not only your muscles, but it's basically your psychological state. So what everyone would want to do, just at times just stand like this and get to the Superman pose. So I sometimes tend to shrink a little bit because of the boxing, and sometimes I drop my shoulders and relax my back too much, but then I remember and I just get into this good posture. And it also does something chemically in your brain. You just give it the signal that you're confident, you're good, you feel great, you're ready to conquer the world, So yeah, do that more often. Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about it later. Well, guys, thank you very much for everything. It was a nice stream. Please join for the stream around in a couple of hours for karaoke night as well. And yeah, see you later. Bye-bye.